Welcome to Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Ole Miss Rebels. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Thanks, guys. The Wildcats head coach told me before the game he understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Dropping back, it's Knight. Fires to the big fella. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
They don't need a bunch on second down. They want to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Got it. He'll be dropped.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Well, you're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game, the way they're throwing it right now. I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skill players throwing the ball, and right now, that's been very apparent early.
Well, and now you knock me back on my heels a little bit. Now I'm like, oh, crud, is this their game plan? Is this going to be pass, pass, pass? So defensively, I'm thinking, how do I make my subs? Do I go dime? Do I go nickel, right? Like, they're definitely pass happy, but the first thing I have to do is get a pass rush and make this quarterback feel uncomfortable. And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals, because you know kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range. It's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Oh, pressure's coming. Back's got it on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive, cap it out with a touchdown.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Got the first down. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll give it to him again. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Let's take a minute here to look at the big picture for Kentucky. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
Here comes the heat. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Wants to throw one first. Look out! And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Back to throw, it's Knight. With the catch, it's Cloudy. Breaks into the open. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Straight ahead, it's Lacey. Powers through, and they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
He's got the back in the middle. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. They'll send the back in motion. Got to make the play on 4th. Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Cunningham. Runs through a man. He might have some space. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. Still looking to his right. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here down close in the red zone.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to slam in. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
And so how physical are you willing to be offensively at this point on 3rd down coming up? Do you want to keep trying to run the football? I mean, you're right there at the goal line. How do you want to do it, though? You want to spread him out? Maybe go...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Miller. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Offense in an empty set. Drops back on 1st down. Turns it upfield. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Release to the back. Makes the grab. It's Baxter. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Just keep slinging it. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
Touchdown, Kentucky! A great catch and run for 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to add another. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. That kicker took a nasty-looking shot, and that is an obvious personal foul.
Set to kick off.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Moves the pocket. It's Knight. Under pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now. His last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Gonna run it. It's Lacey. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. This time they'll throw it. Rush is on. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Hey, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he wants it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Changing the routes with his receivers. Needs it here on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Fresh set of downs going up top. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. All by himself. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Wildcats, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. From the red zone, it's Baxter. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out wide left, it's Baxter. Touchdown, Kentucky! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he puts through the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Finds his target. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. Second down, gonna throw it. Going for it all. He's got it along the sideline. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Looks as if he's going to run it.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Fires left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Ole Miss calls its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Fires into the end zone. Picked off to stop the threat. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's take a look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the Marshall Thundering Herd.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
You sort of get the feeling here in the second half with the game tied. It very easily could come down to which of these two quarterbacks has the football last. Bit of a blown opportunity there on third down with that incompletion. This guy's going to have to lock in for the remainder of the game.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Moving the pocket, it's Knight. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're...
It's in the game.
Let's go, Ducks. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
I caught up with the Wildcats head coach pregame. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Rebels will kick off first, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And what is this? They're setting up the punt on first down. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They were all over it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Got his man. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Changing the routes with his receiver. Snaps on fourth down. And that falls incomplete on fourth down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on fourth down. Sets his feet. It's Knight. Trying to make magic with his feet. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. The Rebels want to move quickly. Drops back on first down. He lets one fly deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And the Rebels are rolling down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Oh, a lot of space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Let's take a minute here to look at the big picture for Kentucky. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Keeping his eyes downfield. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And they stop him short. Complete the pass, but no first down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play-calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. The give on the counter. dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Here comes the heat. He's on the move. Sides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. He's going for the goal line. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive, you want to get touchdowns, you don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this. Well, now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on 4th down and goal.
Caught over the middle. It's Rodriguez. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Hand off for Baxter. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Snapped it in the shotgun. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Right side, it's Ferguson. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Baxter. Just smothered on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill with that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Fires to the big fella. Could not make his way to the corner.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Still looking. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Intercepted, and he's got a huge lane in front of him. Touchdown, Rebels. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
On 2nd and 10, a full wide out set, trips right. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun. Wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Ferguson. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down.
Well, they weren't throwing to the sticks on that 3rd down. They hit the drag route. They get a nice...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Needs it here on 4th down. Looking for a big play. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Motion from the back. He's changing the play. Moving the pocket, it's Knight. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he's got it inside the 10. They'll mark him down right there, and how about that play and picking up a chunk of yardage? He'll set up to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Rush right in his face. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
In that 2nd down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. So you saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Vaughn. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Field goal is good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Right side, it's Rodriguez. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Extending the play. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Lost the throw on first. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down. But
look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Got to make the play on fourth. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Lost to throw again. He's going to take off. Quarterback got it himself. Breaks into the open. The 10. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
how nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
Still a big hill in front of them, and they'll try to start the climb with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense could do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Sets his feet. It's Knight. Under pressure. And they got him.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
He's down at the 25-yard line, waning moments of the first half. It is a first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Makes the catch. Plenty of room. Feet down in the end zone.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he puts through the extra point. This is ultra-aggressive. Still in the first half. Got the lead and going for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? First play of this drive. On the move. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Turning it on. The tag. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The Wildcats used the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
Man, textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing, you need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
And with the extra point, they're down 31-14. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. And that one, I don't think, went the required 10 yards. It did not. Penalty marker is out. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Back to throw, it's Knight. Fires to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to go up top on second down. He'll try to do it himself. Still running at the 35. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. Let's take a look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the Marshall Thundering Herd.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah,
Makes a grab and room to run. Crosses midfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Rebels. And the beatdown has ensued.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
They had the extra point to finish the drive. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He'll be stopped on the return right at the 30-yard line and helps out this offense a few extra yards in field position. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Drops back on first down. Left side, it's Miller. It's a seam wide open. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Wildcats! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Hey, man, I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same.
There he goes to the left. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the touchdown Rebels. And the stomping has commenced. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 12th of the season.
And this offense...
They fake it, pitch it to the tight end. He's not going to make it, stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further.
Ole Miss 44, Kentucky 21. Number 33 set to kick this one.
On the move from inside his own 20. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back score. Oh, look out on the right. At the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point was good. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
Kentucky 28.
The ball bounces through the end zone.